How you guys doing? This is Martin. You know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 Months Without Being Cheap, how to take advantage of some of the unemployment laws, where I talked about how you will have a big issue when it comes to the uh, evictions and stuff with houses. What I'm showing you right now, it's just like City of Palm Springs, where usually this is like the entrance to the visitor center will be packed. But right now, it's all empty because of the COVID stuff. And then up the way is the tramway, where usually you'll go up and there's a tram. That's closed too. I was on my way into Palm today, and for the first time, I actually saw a yellow bus. I was like, "What? That's not the gray goose with the Riverside County Sheriff's. No, it is actually the yellow bus you put the students on before they go to jail when they grow up." I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But there's only one. I was coming from San Bernardino, where there's like a exit, the orange exit. I don't forgot it, but you'll see all the buses will get on. But today I didn't see any buses, so it's like. And then I saw one school. It was a private Montessori school. Well, I saw like a bunch of, like about eight or nine cars parked in front, dropping the students in for enrollment. So anything private, you'll end up, most likely the students will be going back to school. But anything public school related, where you have your good old teacher union teachers who want to only teach 4 or 5 hours and give you these bizarre assignments, that's going to be slow till the superintendents come pound them on the head. You know, like Donkey Kong. You know how Donkey Kong used to hit the little things or hit people with the hammer? That's what those superintendents are going to do to the public school teachers soon. Say, "Hey, that's okay. You know what? You guys don't have to come back. We're just going to change it and just get rid of you anyway." Watch when that happens. They'll all rush back. "Don't do that to us." But things are slow, man. Usually it's packed here. It's like just dead right now because the visitor center is closed. So that's why I said Labor Day was canceled, man. It's not. Some people aren't laboring. In California, I guess people got the $300 extra. I just think that's so funny. When I got laid off back in '95, that was a recession. That was a real recession. I can't figure what caused that one. But I only got my $1,440. I didn't get no $300, $600 extra, plus the $1,200 direct to start off. What you got was you better get off unemployment in 6 months, buddy, or you're going to be in some bad shape. Now it's just like, take your time. It's the election year. Give you this, give you that. I mean, some people have taken all that money and stuff, blew it. Now it's just dead. Because now I go, I ain't going to spend this $300 now. I'm going to save it now. Should have saved it like I should have did before. Got myself a job or found a way to train myself. Now people ain't going to spend no money. So the highways will be empty. There's not many people going, like many schools, especially COVID areas like Riverside, San Bernardino. You're not going to have a lot of people going back to school. So what happens is you let people live 5 to 8 cars in front of a house. What do you expect, man? I call it the COVID taboo houses, man. That's why it's so not going away in this area, man. You got people just packed in like sardines. I don't care if they're white, black, Asian, yellow. If they really wanted to cure up this so-called COVID thing, you just say, hey, you know what? If there's not like your kids, that's it. Even if it's your parents, put their asses in them. I don't know. Put them in like the medical home, and if there's an outbreak, then they'll just mysteriously disappear or something. We said he walked away till we can figure out a cure, or we'll experiment on them on stuff like that. So that's why things haven't really, like Orange County is going to be in good shape because they're going to just pound the governor till they get what they want. Same as Ventura. Most of the places have money, but you got some of the bigger cities like San Francisco, LA, the Riverside 50-50, San Bernardino 50 Republican, 50 Democrat. That are like, your days are going to get moving. You got 2 foot forward, 1 foot back, because what about if we get sick again? Hey, all of you healthcare workers, that's why the blacks and the cops should be, the brothers and the cop, my blue brothers are finally, they can focus on someone else, man. They can focus on these healthcare workers and just vilify them, man. I'm telling you. I know my cop brothers are like me. I'm sick of people getting up in my face, running their mouths, like, just like, I make, like, eyeballing me like they gonna do something. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take you out. I'm like the cops. You know what? I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm going down anyway. If I'm gonna just take you first. So then they'll get to me later, but you'll get yours. So I know my cop brothers are happy. And my brother, by true black, I'm 52. So my brothers who are like probably in their 30s or 40s are happy. As for all these other brothers who are crying, oh, injustice, injustice, and they're just crying. I'm afraid the man gonna pull me over. When I got jumped by those 7 brothers when I was in high school, I didn't see none of you brothers crying back, trying to help me back then. Now they're like, oh, so embarrassing, man. Making a black man look weak. I tell you, man. But then you know the ones who are only doing it? The ones with money. All the ones like me who came from the rougher areas, like, you know, we know the brothers, Hispanics, it don't matter what race you are. We know they've done crazy stuff. We know how they show off and act out, do crazy stuff. Man, don't just pull you over, especially in this area. You really got to do something really, like, just like, they can't let you go because you like, everyone sees it. It's like, if I let this guy go, oh, hell gonna break loose. Someone's gonna say, hey, you're not doing your job, and I gotta listen to this shit when I go back to the station. Pull this fucking guy over. Just take your ticket, man, and go. You can run your mouth a little, blah, blah, blah. Hide your gun under the seat, throw the gun out in the little bag, and I can come get it once we done, you know? So, hopefully, things will calm down a little. It's like, I haven't even paying attention to the election. I don't even care because I don't think it matters anymore, man. If it was a COVID thing that was a conspiracy, it's gotten out of control, and not even the Democrats can control it. So, and don't be surprised if Trump wins. Trust me. It may look like Biden's winning, but anything can happen. It's only September 7th. Election's not till like November. We got about September, October, 60 days. Like all the for Trump to win, it would have to be all the white people, anyone related to police, and about 5 to 10% of blacks who could do that. Don't be surprised that a lot of brothers vote for Trump. Don't be surprised. The only ones you really have for Biden are like these guys. Unfortunately, we got some people who want to be socialists. They're going to get stupid guys. Trust me, even in Russia, when you think it's like social or you think it's a dictator, people who like know the matriarch, they get what they want. And for you other guys, if you go against Putin, you know what's going to happen, right? You know, they talk about, what is it? Oh, Saddam Hussein and him burying people. Don't tell him what Putin's done, man. So, you know, if you mess with him, well, you know what? It's game over for not just me, my family, and anyone who knows me. Say, hey, man, if I find somebody who talks like him, I'll turn their ass in too, man. Putin number 1. So, yeah, it's going to be a crazy couple of months soon. But like I predicted, the economy is going to be, it's slow, man. Ain't that much happening, man. Other than crows. You know what they call a bunch of crows together? Murderers. And that's what happened to COVID. COVID murdered the economy. Because you know what? A lot of people wanted to quit. And it just gave them that excuse to quit. And yesterday, I don't know, a couple of days ago, I talked to you a little bit about housing and why you need to sell your house now. The problem why you really need to sell your house now is if you have like 0% interest, so now you have people who can't put money into the bank and get passive income. So it means all the money you have is at risk now. So if all the money is at risk and you have a generation of kids, you're going to have like, 2020, 2021, 2022 classes, they're going to be living through a recession. Only jobs a lot of them are going to be able to get is a warehouse, making $15 an hour. So that's 15 times 40. Hey, I should have this calculation down. Just say $2,400 a month after taxes, $1,800. Man, what kind of house they gonna get, man? They can barely get an apartment unless they shack up with their girlfriend and they both working at a warehouse. You know, and what kind of down payment are they going to put down? They're going to put down 1%, 0.5%, unless the bank just says we don't give a damn. They'd have to like expose the whole conspiracy with the house thing. Say, we don't care, man. Just get rid of it just so we have people. I mean, but the problem you have with that, though, if they say, okay, let's start selling houses for 150, 200, 300, how would they, and if like with the $1,000 down, whatever interest rate the person's paying, say I pay $1,800 a month for my rent, and the person can sell a house, get a house for 14. Okay, so they can do that. But the problem is property taxes, because these counties and stuff, they greedy, so they're gonna get their money. Repair for the house, and stuff like that. So basically what you're gonna have, the housing tracts are going to deteriorate faster. Maybe in the old days, they can hold up for 10, 20 years before it became ghettofied. Now you're looking at maybe 5 or 6 years, or maybe 7 years at the most. And like, it's just going to be, if they can barely, working at a warehouse, you can barely pay for, they're going to better pay for the house and better pay for the taxes. Are they going to pay for repairs? Are they going to pay for the landscaping? It's going to be a mess, man. And if you have a house that's worth $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, who's gonna buy it? That's the problem you have. Unless you have a person who's in $1 million house who wants to downgrade to like a $200 to $300 house to have some extra money in the bank, you can possibly have that. But right now, you don't have the economic power to support a $500, $400,000 housing. So that's what's going to cause the collapse. And what the collapse will do is that'll cause the housing prices to drop. You may have some people go from the apartments to the housing, but most of these people, they only have money to actually live in apartments. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But if I were you right now, I would sell my house, especially if I was like in my 60s or 70. I would try to sell my house now, because right now the banks, I just don't see how it's going to work, man. Unless you have like a really good paying job, like you work at the postal service, you work in sales, you work where you can bring in a good $200, $300, a good, hey, try to just bring in a good $100 to $150,000 to start. Then after that, you can get your second and third job, bring in an extra 50. I just don't see how you're going to support you can barely support a $300,000 house. So that's why I say sell the house. The 2020 class ain't gonna be able to pay for no houses, and no working at Amazon or doing drop shipping like the guys who passed me in their white no-name vans to drop ship. How they gonna pay? Shit, they barely gonna get fired for their fucking job they already have after they get their second speeding ticket. Trying to drop ship, damn delivery drivers, man. Drop shipper, you just drop shit off, man. That's all you are. And that's like I told you. If you're one of these warehouses, this is the time you need to be investing in your education, finding a way to get yourself out as the economy gets turned around, because it will get turned around soon. It just starts off slow as things get back to normal, and the new normal with COVID and what new industries come out. But that's why I'm saying, if you got a car loan right now, you need to get that car loan paid down. For me, I missed my car loan and I was late. I called, how much do I owe? Martin, you've been paying so much up on your car loan. You only owe us $246 instead of your usual $384. So I saved myself almost $160. That's 2 months worth of 2 weeks worth of groceries. For you guys who shop at Aldi's and Grocery Outlet and Target, that's probably 3 weeks, man. That's why I say get that car paid off. That's why I have programs, $150, $200, $300. Let me just show you how to pay that car loan. You know the average used car payment is $384. The average new car payment is $554 over 72 months. Do you know the IRS depreciates your car after 60 months? That means if you have a car get into an accident after month 60, the insurance company doesn't have to give you anything. Your car has basically been zeroed out by the IRS, my friends. That's why I say get that car paid off. For example, for me, I made 29 months worth of payments. The car was originally about $23,000 or $20,000 something, and now I got it down to $7,640. I'm trying to pay $400 a month extra. $400 a month. That's about $16 to $20 over my current loan payment. So that means I would have the car paid off in maybe under 20 months. an extra 20 months. So to pay it off a 60-month car loan in 49 months. Not the 36 months or like I did, like the 19 months like I did with the Camry before. But hey, 49 months means I can go into the dealer, and if I get a new car or get a lease car, I can at least turn it in for like get $1,000, $1,200, get something. Well, if I take it in the 60-month mark, I'm getting nothing. So you guys who think you're getting deals on these 72-month car loans, you ain't getting anything. Because after the 60 months, it's just pure profit. Your car's obsolete. There have been like 3 or 4 models that have come after you. And the car, and so you're just paying like a liability insurance, maybe gap insurance. But the true value of the car is basically zero. So that's why I have these car payment programs. Get these cars paid off, man. If not, $397, $797, $997. That's my Get Out the Stack program for some of you guys looking for jobs. You say, hey man, I need some way to get back to work. Try that. If not, I got my $100 to $1,000 commission programs. I've right now got $200 set aside for my commission calling program I'm going to do for houses, and I may do another one for another company. Reason I want you to have some money set aside, and I'll talk to you about that in the strategy course, because it's going to take you some time to build up that money, and you're going to have to build up your confidence. So, and then tell you the new 1,000. You probably got to make 1,000 calls to maybe get 2 or 3 deals now. So everything has been widened. So the sales cycle has been increased. So you got to think worst case scenario. But if you know you have a little money in the bank, that's going to help you when it comes to, hey, I know I can eat, I can pay for my bill, I can get office products. And finally, I got my $25 Powerball and my $150 Blackjack Retirement Fund program. So those are some programs you get into, because I told you, there's no more passive income. You can look at my other videos, how I talk to you about that. So I'm just looking for affordable ways. If I'm making $15 an hour, I can save an extra $100, $200 a month. What are some quick ways I can put some money at risk? One of them, for me, I do Powerball. Buy 2, there's like 8 Powerball drawings in California, buy 2 tickets. But in order to win at that, you gotta have a strategy. One strategy, the free tip I'm gonna give you right now is pick your numbers, man. You're saying if you do a quick pick, just think of like the fox watching the hen house. So you're gonna have like a person, I don't know, I can't vote. It's just that's the one that comes to mind. Just think the hen watching the hen house. So try that out, and not just join the channel, man. I'm gonna spend an extra $1,200 on a training course to learn how to do better sales pitches, and then I'm also going to spend another $1,000 when I head off to Vegas for a Blackjack Retirement. So take some of those, learn the lessons I'm learning from training, and apply them to you. Then once you're successful, see what I'm saying, then you will make some money and you can invest in my programs. So if not, just join the channel. So I said just join the channel, go along for the ride, share, learn, man. Things aren't going to pick up anytime soon unless you increase your activity and you make things happen. Talk to you later.